Okay, well, we're over here by the bike. This is the part we're going to be putting in. And I'm going to go ahead and get it out right now. Okay. So hopefully this goes smooth. I don't want it not to go smooth. Alright, so we got 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 75 on the motor. I'm thinking she's going to be okay. Because my plan, and I don't know if this is going to work, but just unscrew it, screw in the other one before I lose too much fluid. I've got some extra fluid, so I'll just top it off. That's what I'm hoping I'll do. Get it in before too much comes out. And I really hope she doesn't squirt everywhere. Here we go. Couldn't find the right millimeter wrench. So, and then this plugs right in. Now I got a SuperMoto fan switch, but you'll have a plug coming to this part, right side of the radiator. Okay, and then that should plug right back in. Watch, see? See, that'll go right in. Okay, so get this in. Hopefully it works. I think if I wouldn't have monkeyed around with trying to put that inside the bucket, I would have even done it faster. My plan worked, but what I should have done was set that off to the side and not in the bucket. I didn't want to get it wet. I put it in there, I got it wet. So, no big deal probably. Okay, but I'm gonna clean that out. Not much at all, guys. Okay, I'm gonna top that off a little bit. And man, it stopped leaking for now. Anyways, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I had a 21 millimeter wrench and 25 millimeter wrench. Plenty of sockets, but the sockets weren't deep enough. I think it's like a 23. I'm not going to put that much on it. You know, I just didn't have to remove it. Sorry for that noise. My head hit the jack. Okay, that's all I'm going to put on it. And if she starts to leak a little bit, then I'm going to put a little bit more. And I'll probably carry that wrench with me. But I'm pretty happy she didn't get all over the freaking place. Huh. And she came out pretty clean. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's plug this back in. Oh, I zip tied this up, guys, out of the way before I started my video. And I love these reusable zip ties. You guys, if you can get a few of them, man, they're awesome. Okay, so this comes down. And this will plug in. Like that. And so let's try it. I'm going to be able to tell if the fan works. If the circuit is at least completing it without test riding it. How? Because I've got the SuperMoto fan switch. Alright, so let's see if it'll be at least running. Okay, well, that did it. So I know the electrical's working. So I'll go out and ride, and you know, I might bring my thermostat little temperature gauge with me, and when it kicks on, maybe I'll temp the thermostat, temp the radiator, and see if it's corresponding with what I think it should. But I'll know. I know my bike so well, I'll know if it's coming on earlier just when I'm riding. But anyways, that's it. It's simple. Put this in, take one out, put it in, get a big bucket. Look, I think I would have lost less than that had I not dropped the original thermo switch in there. Hey, I'm back. So I did a test ride, and just to let you know and show you real quick, that's the part number. It is a 80 to 85 degrees Celsius thermo switch. Basically, it'll go off below that, but it'll come on, and in Fahrenheit, that's about 176 to 180. And when I used my laser temperature, now it's 90, I let it cool down, you know what I mean? But when I did it in the beginning, I was at 70, let it cool down and everything, and now I'm doing the video. But anyways, it was hard to get a read exactly, about 175 on the radiator down over here near the sensor. But when I mic'd this, that was right around 175, 176. So, it'll take some further testing, but I noticed right away it was coming on earlier. Way earlier than before. It's working. So, yeah. What I'm a little concerned about, though, is that the existing fan is going to work overtime when it gets really hot. So it'll just keep running and running and running and running, trying to get it cool. Okay? And eventually shut off, yeah. But I think, there'll just be too much fan going on. Maybe. And I've got a SuperMoto fan switch, and you know what? It's fine. But I'm thinking a little bit better. I bet you if I install this bigger fan, KTM part. KTM part. So if I install, and it's, what I'm waiting on is the shroud. Back ordered was a shroud. Now this was originally for the LR version, and I don't know if the current models are actually getting this larger fan. But when I measured it up against my original fan inside my bike, this was way bigger. Okay, so I'm talking roughly 30 millimeter blade length on the OEM original one that I have versus 40 millimeter blade length and then wider. So overall about quite a bit of difference. So, that'd be 10 millimeters aside, which would be 20 millimeters, which would be, roughly getting to 3/4 of an inch, somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit bigger. I'm just doing round figures. So I'm thinking this thing's going to evacuate way more air than the standard fan. So, but I'm going to try it in stages. I've got some time before, if you guys want to take a look at that too. I've got some time to experiment and see how the lower thermo switch, temperature switch, works with the existing fan. But when the hot weather rolls in about another month, if they come through on the shroud like they're supposed to, then I'll be right there. And I'll be doing another video on the install of the fan. And I've already kind of worked out in my head how I'm going to do it. So I'm really excited how I'm, to address it and show you guys. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in.